Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you push, some doors just refuse to open? You knock, you plead, you force your way, but the universe remains silent and your heart begins to tire. This video is for those who are exhausted. Exhausted from trying, from waiting, from chasing doors that were never meant to open. You see, there is a truth that most people never learn, and it is this. The universe does not respond to effort alone. It responds to the reality you assume. If you are constantly living in a state of, I must force this, then you are not speaking the language of the infinite. The door that you want to open will not respond to your desperation. The infinite does not hear struggle. It hears certainty. It responds to your recognition. And recognition is not just a thought, it is a state of being. It is the quiet, unshakable knowing that what is yours cannot be withheld from you. It is the inner stillness that says, this is already done. When you speak with this kind of faith, your words become like keys and the door begins to unlock itself. The power of words is not what we were taught. Words become strong when they are spoken with the voice of belief, with the language of expectation, and with the calmness of peace. When you are calm, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you are anxious, you send a signal that you are still resisting. Many people confuse persistence with power, but persistence without peace is only effort. It is like pounding on a door that is not meant for you. The real power lies in changing your inner assumption. If you assume that the door will open, it will open. If you assume it will not, then you will prove yourself right. Moon, this is the law of your mind. This is the law of the unseen, and it is the law that makes miracles possible. When you speak words of certainty, you are not begging the universe. You are commanding it with the authority of your inner belief. This is the secret. The door does not open because you want it to. It opens because you recognize it as already open. You must understand that the universe is always working for you, but it cannot work through your fear. Fear blocks the flow. Fear tells you that you are not worthy, that you are too late, that the timing is wrong. But the truth is that timing is always perfect when you are aligned. Doors do not open when you are fighting. Doors open when you are aligned. So if you are tired of pushing, it is time to stop pushing and start aligning. Speak your words with conviction. Declare your destiny with calm certainty. Release the need to control every step. Trust the process. The door you have been trying to force is not rejecting you. It is waiting for you to recognize the correct entrance. And when you do, the door will open in the most miraculous way, often when you least expect it. Now, listen carefully, because this is where many souls lose their way. They believe that if they continue to knock harder, the door will finally give in. But that is not how the universe works. The universe is not a locked door that yields to force. It is a living intelligence that responds to your inner state. When you become impatient, you are sending a vibration of lack. When you become desperate, you are speaking the language of absence. And the universe, being faithful to your words, answers in the same tone. This is why so many people remain stuck in a cycle of waiting and wanting. They are using the wrong key. They are trying to unlock their future with the key of fear. You must change your key. You must change your words, and you must change your inner story. Because the door will not open to a person who believes they are blocked. The door opens to the one who believes they are already free. The moment you shift your assumption, the whole scenario changes. You may not see it immediately, but the invisible forces begin to move on your behalf. You begin to notice opportunities, people, and circumstances that you once overlooked. The universe begins to arrange itself in your favor. This is the power of assumption. It is not magic, it is a natural law. When you assume the best, you are creating a pathway for it to appear. When you assume the worst, you are building a wall. So, what are you assuming today? Are you assuming that the door will open? Or are you assuming that it will remain shut? If you are honest, your current life is the result of your assumption. Your present reality is the reflection of your inner conversation. And now, if you want to change your future, you must change your inner conversation. You must speak with the voice of faith, not the voice of doubt. You must speak with expectation, not with worry. You must speak with calm, not with anxiety. And you must speak with gratitude, because gratitude is the fastest way to shift your vibration. Gratitude tells the universe that you are already receiving. Gratitude tells the universe that you are already blessed, and the universe cannot deny a grateful heart. It responds immediately. So, if you are tired of waiting, stop fighting the wait. Understand the wait. The delay is not a punishment, it is a preparation. It is a divine pause that is shaping you into the person who can handle the blessing. The door will not open until you are ready to receive what lies behind it. And sometimes the door remains shut because you are still holding on to the old version of yourself. You cannot step into a new reality while you are still clinging to your old beliefs. Let go. Release the fear, release the doubt, release the need to control. Allow the universe to do what it does best, deliver the right thing at the right time. You will notice that the most powerful doors open in the last moment, when you are no longer pushing, when you have surrendered, and when you have simply trusted. And now, the moment of truth arrives, and this is where many people feel the deepest frustration, because they believe that the universe is silent. They believe that if nothing is happening, it means nothing will ever happen. But listen carefully. Silence is not absence. Silence is the secret language of preparation. It is the stillness before the storm, the pause before the miracle. And sometimes the door does not open because it is not yet time for it to open. The universe is not ignoring you. It is aligning everything behind the scenes. The timing is always perfect, but your understanding is often limited. You may feel like you are stuck, like you are trapped, like you are running in circles. But the truth is that the universe is rearranging the entire landscape of your life so that when the door opens, it opens in a way that you cannot deny. Now, here comes the suspense that most people never see coming. The door will often open at the last moment, when you are no longer expecting it, when you have already given up, when you have decided to move forward without it. This is the point where many people lose faith. But this is also the point where the greatest miracles occur. The universe does not open the door when you are desperate. It opens it when you are ready. And the readiness is not just a mental state, it is a spiritual state. It is the state of someone who has surrendered their ego and accepted the divine timing. This is why the door opens in the last moment, because in that last moment, you finally stop fighting. In that last moment, you finally stop forcing. In that last moment, you finally stop trying to prove yourself to the world. In that last moment, you finally step into your true power. You see, the door does not open because you are worthy. The door opens because you have stopped blocking it with your fear. The door opens because you have become calm enough to allow the universe to work through you. The door opens because you have stopped resisting the perfect flow. The universe is always ready to cooperate with you, but it cannot cooperate with a mind that is in chaos. It cannot cooperate with a heart that is full of doubt. It cannot cooperate with a tongue that speaks words of lack. So you must change your language. You must speak in the language of faith. You must speak in the language of certainty. You must speak in the language of peace. Because when you speak with this kind of authority, the universe answers with the same authority. And even if you cannot see the door opening yet, trust that it is happening. Trust that the invisible is working. Trust that the unseen is moving. Trust that your words are not wasted. Trust that your prayers are not unheard. Trust that your life is being redirected toward the highest good. And when the door finally opens, you will realize that everything you endured was not a punishment, but a preparation. You will realize that every delay was a divine delay. You will realize that every closed door was not a rejection, but a redirection. And you will finally understand that what is meant for you cannot be taken away, and what is not meant for you will never come, no matter how hard you push. Now, let me remind you of the most important truth. What is yours, no one can stop. What is meant for you will come through the right door, at the right time, in the right way. You may not understand the delay, but you must trust the wisdom of the universe. You must trust that every closed door is a blessing in disguise. You must trust that the universe is not punishing you, but protecting you. The moment you understand this, your entire life changes. You begin to see every obstacle as a stepping stone. You begin to see every setback as a setup for a greater comeback. You begin to see every delay as a divine delay. And you begin to live with a new sense of peace. Because you are no longer fighting the door. You are no longer forcing the universe. You are no longer trying to prove your worth. You are simply aligning yourself with the truth. And when you align yourself with the truth, the door opens effortlessly. The key is to stop resisting. Stop arguing with the universe. Stop trying to control the outcome. Instead, focus on your inner state. Focus on your thoughts. Focus on your words. Speak with certainty. Speak with calm. Speak with expectation. Let your inner voice be the voice of faith, not the voice of fear. When you do this, you will notice a subtle shift. The energy around you will change. People will start to show up. Opportunities will begin to appear. Doors that were once shut will begin to open. Not because you forced them, but because you recognized them. You recognize the truth that the universe is always working for you, and you finally allowed it to work. So, if you are tired of forcing, if you are tired of waiting, if you are tired of chasing doors that never open, then it is time to change your words. It is time to change your words. It is time to change your assumption. It is time to change your inner state. Remember, the door opens for those who believe it is already open. The door opens for those who are willing to wait in peace. The door opens for those who refuse to give up on their destiny. And the door opens at the last moment, because that is when you finally stop fighting and start trusting. So today, I invite you to make a decision. Decide that you will no longer force your life. Decide that you will no longer chase what is not meant for you. Decide that you will align with the truth of the universe. Decide that you will speak words of faith, not fear. And as you do, watch the miracles begin to unfold. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.